Hey guys! I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you guys are listening, subscribing, and commenting. I really appreciate the support. And if you guys are interested in supporting me further, you can do that by going to my Patreon link. The link is in the description below, and you can give me $1 a month, $5 a month, whatever you guys prefer. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about how I feel like INFJs have this weird thing. People have this weird thing about INFJs, and I think we have it as well, that we think that we are rigid and pretentious and serious. And I think other people think that about us as well. A lot of people, when I hang out with them for a little bit, they say, you're really serious and you're very rigid or very routine with your schedule. And, I used to think that about myself as well. I used to think that I'm a very serious person and I'm very rigid and I'm a perfectionist and I have a certain way of doing things and that's it. I'm never going to be able to change it, etc., etc. Now, of course, there's a lot of contradictions within an INFJ. So a lot of the stuff that I say one thing in one video and I say another thing in another video. And a lot of people are like, what the hell are you talking about? And then they get angry with me. And I have to explain over and over again that we are a diaspora of contradictions. I think that's the right way to use that word. We're just filled with contradictions as an INFJ. Even ourselves, we're confused by ourselves sometimes because I'm like, yeah, I like this, but I also like that, but I also hate it. I don't know. Oh shit. So yeah, we're so confused about this kind of stuff. Not confused necessarily in a bad way, but just like we just see everything. We see the whole picture, and so we say, yeah, this could be good as well, or this could be good, or it could be bad, or it could be not really good. So there's so many ways of looking at a certain thing, and we're able to, because we see the big picture, the whole picture, the full picture, the holistic picture, we're able to see all of it, right? And so we're able to see the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. And what I'm realizing myself is that even though I come across, and you guys probably think I'm very rigid as well, because I have a very strict schedule, I have a morning routine, and I do everything that I want to do every single day, la la la. And you probably look at me like, wow, she must be very serious and very rigid. Although anyone who looks at my videos knows that I'm not serious, like literally the least serious person on this planet. But maybe that's a perception that might come across because yes, I am very serious about certain things in my life. I'm very serious about my meditation. I'm very serious about these videos. Not doing them, I'm not serious while I'm doing them, but I'm serious about doing them and getting them out every single day. I'm serious about my schedule, but I'm also very flexible with it. So if something changes and spontaneously a friend messages me saying, oh my God, I'm here for just a week. You want to do something? I'm like, yes. And I'll move my stuff around and I'll go and hang out with her. So there's a lot of contradictions to an INFJ. And I've noticed this with myself as well, that a lot of serious, very serious, pretentious, rigid people get attracted to me. And I get a lot of messages, or I go on random dates or dinners or lunches with people. And I always end up with these kind of people who are very serious, very serious and very rigid. And they don't like this, they don't like that. I don't like to go dancing, he would say, or I don't like to go to music festivals. They're too much fun for me, or too much for me, or I don't like to do that. And I'm just looking at this person thinking to myself, why is this person attracted to me? Why does he want to be with me? And I think it's because he sees his serious, rigid nature in me. He thinks that because I have a very serious schedule and I'm very rigid with my routine, that I am the same as him. But I'm not. Right? I'm not. We're not. As INFJs, we are not pretentious and serious. We do come across as that. I do realize that. It's so funny because a lot of people actually get confused by us for that exact reason. There's so many reasons people get confused by us. But one of the things that people always tell me is that, I'm surprised that you're such a non-serious, that you have such a great sense of humor, that you're always joking around, that you're so playful. I'm surprised that you're like this. And that's one of the words that people use a lot from me is playful. I'm surprised that you're playful. And it's so surprising to me because I know myself and I know how silly I am and I know how stupid my humor can be and how I make all these random jokes to myself and laugh at them myself. So I know that about myself and I know how non-serious I am. Yes, as I said, I'm serious about certain things like my meditation in the morning. There is no way I'm going to compromise on that. I get up and I do my meditation. No matter what the hell's going on in the world, There might be a flood going on nearby, a fire there, and the world is ending, and I'll still be like, all right, I need to do my meditation, so can you leave me alone for a second? But, that's just a couple of things that I'm serious about. Like, I'm serious about my meditations, as I said. I'm serious about my health, my energy. I want to make sure that I have as much energy as possible. Nutrition, health is very important to me. Meditation. And then doing these videos and writing. My creative work is really important to me, right? Extremely important to me. So yes, I'm serious about a few things in my life. But the rest of my life, I'm just spending reading comics. Guys, I'm reading manga all the time. I mean, how non-serious is that? And I do not read the dramatic, really serious ones. I read the funny ones. I like the comedic ones. And so, yeah, even when I'm watching TV, I only like to watch comedies. Very rarely do I watch anything else, if I do watch anything. And so, in general, in our life, we are playful. We are not serious. We're silly. We like to make fun. We like to play jokes on people. We like to have pranks. We like to do all these weird things, which is completely in contradiction to what people think about us, right? When you first meet me, though, I wouldn't show you these sides of myself. You know what I'm saying? So you first meet me and I'll be very serious and I'll be like, oh, so what do you do? And what do you like to do with your time? And things like that. I'll ask you serious questions because I'm trying to gauge who you are and if I can be comfortable with you to share weird, stupid jokes. Once I get relaxed with you and I understand that you are a good person, that you are not going to judge me, or that you are the kind of person that I think I could be friends with, then little by little, I'll start revealing my silly, playful, stupid self, right? And so that always confuses people, as I said. People are like, oh my gosh, she's so serious. And a lot of my friends actually get that about me. They'll be like, oh, she's very serious, isn't she? And my friends were like, no, she's not. She's actually one of the most playful, weird, silly people you're ever going to meet. And so they're like, really? Yeah. And I'm surprised when people tell me that. My friends tell me that I come across as serious. I'm like, really? But what part of me is exactly serious? I have no idea. And I noticed that the seriousness, this rigidity that is apparently portrayed by INFJs is one of the reasons why people think that we are not spontaneous, that we're not impulsive, that we are stuck in our ways, that we are stubborn, that we're mired in our ways. In a lot of ways, yes, that is also true. Like for me, if I believe in something and I really, really, truly believe in it, for example, I'll just use the same example again, meditation. I absolutely, truly believe it's one of the best paths out there in order to gain enlightenment, to gain more spirituality, to gain more knowledge, to learn more about the world, to learn more about yourself. It's one of the ultimate things you can do every single day. It's free, it's simple, and it's just the easiest thing on the planet once you start getting used to it. So for me, it's like such a powerful tool that I talk about it all the time, and I get serious about it, right? I study it. I'm always learning about it. I'm always reading about it. It's important to me. So of course there are parts of me. I'm not a complete ball of silliness. There are parts of me that are serious. Yeah, there are parts of me that are interested in serious things. But mostly I would say maybe 70% of my time is spent in silliness, in funny stuff, in random things, in being playful. And 30% is spent in serious stuff. So that's how I've kind of scheduled out my days. That's how I work my time. I get up in the morning and my morning time is my serious time. It's like my routine, my creative work, boom, 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 getting work done. Yeah. And then the rest of the day, once my work is done, is my silly time. It's my playful time. So I'll go and do random things. I'll go walk around. I'll go buy random kinds of food. I'll go eat interesting things. I'll go to random markets. I'll go to friends' events, things like that. All about play, all about not being serious, all about having fun. Okay. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because, of course, as INFJs, you yourself are probably confused by yourself. And I know I used to be and sometimes am still extremely confused about who am I? What do I like? Do I like this or that? I don't know. It depends on the day. It depends on who I'm with. It depends on if I've eaten or not. There's so many different factors that affect what we like and what we don't like, or what we want to do and what we don't want to do. So, of course, we're human beings. We're interchangeable beings. We're not something that we're rigid or serious. We're not going to think about the same thing for the rest of our life. We're flexible. We're always changing. We're always growing. But as I said, randomly, serious, rigid people are interested in us. And for me specifically, I go on a lot of random dinner or lunch dates with people like that, men like that specifically. And they're so serious and so rigid. They don't dance. They don't do anything like that. No, that's too much for me. I don't dance, or I don't go to music festivals, or I would never do drugs, or I would never do this. And I'm like, Okay, cool. I'm not saying that you should just be a complete ball of silliness. I'm not saying that you should just completely give up on life and do drugs all the time and go dancing all the time and not do anything serious. Of course not. But the balance is what I feel like a lot of people are missing. Either they go to one extreme where they're too serious, or they go to the other extreme where they give up on everything and they just play all the time, right? And I wish that people would understand that there is a middle ground that you can try to move towards. Of course, you're never going to get there completely. Balance is so hard, but you can try and move closer to it, right? It doesn't always have to be like you're spending all your time being serious or you're spending all your time playing. Try both, right? Half and half as much as possible. And so that's what I like to do. And I'm actually really annoyed that only serious, rigid people are attracted to me. And I'm surprised and annoyed that people think that I'm serious and rigid. It's kind of weird to me when people say that to me. I wonder if this makes sense to you guys. I wonder if you guys have the same experience with this. Of course, if you guys are interested in supporting me further, you're more than welcome to do that by going to my Patreon link. The link is in the description below. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.